Hey, welcome back to Sunday IcePack Analysis, where we go over our picks for the week, how everything did. So I'm going to go over our BCDC Analyst Grant Emmerich's picks, our machine learning picks, our machine learning distance picks, our pizza money picks, and my overall picks as well that try to do 50-50 fights. So action-packed this week. Want to talk about these things. And obviously, if you've been following us, you know how the week went, but let's talk about it. And then I have some exciting news that I'm going to be breaking out for our April 9th UFC pay-per-view event. Super pumped for it. So hopefully you guys will enjoy these new exciting pieces, and let me know what you think either on Twitter or comments on the website. Hit me up, let me know. Or message me directly. Happy to take that feedback as well. So let's get started here. Grant Emmerich, he was 41-21 going into this week with 9.35 units. Went 6-6 last night and minus 5.2 units. So wasn't a good night for him, and that's okay. That's going to happen with how a system is for Grant. And next, I want to talk about our distance picks. We went minus 1.1 units. 5-6 total for the night. So not a great night either. All of these are going to be a little rough, but I want to be real with you guys. I want to show you guys, not every night's going to be a win. But overall, and as a system, we are going to have positives overall. And then our ZAW picks minus 2.2 units. My picks were 50-50. I didn't get one of my picks. A closed off reason for Latifi not being able to fight Olenek for the heavyweight bout that was a main card, fight. So I didn't get to do that analysis or show that analysis. I was pretty happy with that one, and I also was pretty happy with the Matt Brown analysis as well. I thought Matt Brown was going to squeeze it out with getting 5 out of 7 takedowns. I felt like that was possible, but I also can see how it didn't go that way. And hearing his thoughts after the fight, talking about how he thought that he had the first 2 rounds in the bag, and kind of laid off the gas pedal. I'm pretty surprised by that, considering he's had over 25 fights in the UFC. I'm surprised by his experience that he didn't keep pushing that. But from a and then it just really surprising, to be honest with you. And Brian, hats off to Brian, and that was huge for him. Big win, going now a record. I think he's 17-8 total. Overall record. And lastly, I want to talk about machine learning picks. Before last week, we were 17 units, a little over 17 units up. I actually forgot to mention, or I mistakenly said that we only won 250 last week. We did win 350. Just want to note that, but who cares about last week, to be honest with you? What happened? What have you guys done for us recently? And BCDC did not, have a good weekend. Let's be honest here. We went 5-6, minus 6 units. Some pretty big upsets. Surprised that our machine learning algorithms, picked who they picked on some of these. The Luis Sedona fight was really a 50-50 fight until the price kind of came at the end of the night, where Bruno Souza was, heavily more favorited. I think our models had Luis, if it would have stuck to like a minus 110, minus 110 pick 'em fight, or anything in the minus 150, minus 105, or 100 to plus 120 or minus 120, for Souza. But once Luis got to, I think it was plus 120, plus 130, and Bruno got to minus 135, minus 150, our models started to change and go differently. And that's okay. That's going to happen. And sometimes it's going to go the right way. Sometimes it's going to go the wrong way. And this week just, it didn't go the right way. But on a positive note, having a tough week in a system betting, obviously we do some some other things to see how it's going. But overall, on a system, if you're going to have a bad night, usually you're going to have a good night going forward. Never want to, assume that. Definitely want to use the data for it. But, I expect us to have a pretty good month of April and going forward. But overall, on the quarter, January, February, March, the first quarter of the year, we're up 11 units. So I think that's a pretty solid, let you know. And just to give you guys a normalized win percentage, which if you don't know normalized win percentage compared to a regular win percentage, it's really your return on investment. And so we're 56.67% normalized win percentage on 74 bets this year. So that's huge. Not a lot of people get 57% rounded normalized win percentage. That's our goal, is to be right around 55 to, we're trying to get to really, really high. But right now we're at 57% normalized win percentage. And just want to, be clear that, the last 3 months we're over 11 units on just straight picks. And so again, got some exciting news. And really, really excited to share those things for the April 9th card, where Volkanovski and Jan and Sterling, I guess, defend their interims and non-interim titles. So those will be some cool matchups. Burns versus Kamza will be huge. And some other big fights. Calvin's fighting, I think, on the first fight of the main card. Ian Gary will be fighting as well, who's undefeated Irish fighter. And so we have some great news that we want to talk about going forward, and we'll be on the lookout, and check out our new website for BCDC before the cage door closes. Made some really cool adjustments to it. But please be on the lookout. Thanks for the patience. If you did have a good night, please feel free to share what you did take from our picks this week, and what you didn't take away, we'll make sure that it's better. And obviously, long run, we're in the long run game. We're not in the short term of trying to make money just once. So follow us, consistently, and we'll make that money. And thank you guys for all the support. And talk to you guys in 2 weeks, and we'll make sure we'll have some good content, coming out the next few weeks. And last thing I want to talk about is, I did get a recommendation this week to talk about Blades versus Stipe. So that will be our coming out hypothetical fight that we're going to do using data science and machine learning picks, and my own opinion as well. So we're gonna do that this week, and try to keep things interesting, keep the UFC on your mind even with this break this week. Refresh. Have a margarita or something at your local restaurant, and take care, guys. Enjoy the fights on the 9th. I will be going to those fights. Super pumped, super exciting, and enjoy, guys. Enjoy. Thanks. Bye.